Hello friends and family, welcome back. And in this video we're going to delve into the mind, because if everything is an infinite field of intelligent energy, everything, the very nature of existence, then where does the mind fit into this, and how are we able to see this mind? In fact, I'm going to use a diagram here to help. Let me just switch screens and let's do this. No better way than to just get started, right? So I'm going to use a picture of the sun, because the sun is the source of life. It's the source of all this infinite intelligent energy. Our sun is really close by, so it's our major source. But all the stars, and it's a star, so all the stars in the universe are flooding the entire universe with their energy. And this is the source of life. And we know that to be a fact, because without the sun, we wouldn't have any life on this planet. So I'm going to use this as the background for giving you an image of the mind. And what I'm going to show you here, let me just switch screens. I'm going to overlay the mind on here, and it's just a simple circle. It's visual so that we can see it, and then we're going to put our body below. Now, this is the only way that we can see the mind, because no one's ever been able to see it. There's countless brain surgeries that have happened, and not a single brain surgeon in the planet can ever tell you that they actually seen the mind. Yes, they can see the brain, they can dissect the brain, but where's the mind in that brain? Well, it's in the energy, because it is a field of energy. Our brain is that field of energy that is everything. So the mind exists everywhere also. However, we are a fractal, as you've seen yesterday with my video on fractals. We're a fractal of infinite spirit. And so we're going to look at how our mind works, our individual selves operate. And that's what this diagram is going to do for me, is help me give you a visual of what's going on. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the fact that we have two separate compartments for our mind. We have the conscious mind, and we have the subconscious mind. And there's a barrier that separates the two. Now, the conscious mind only controls 5% of your life. Hard to believe, but it's true. And our subconscious mind controls 95% of our life. And if you remember from one of my previous videos, I Googled this, how much of my life is controlled by my subconscious. And this is the results you get, 95%. That should be concerning. 95% of your life is determined by your subconscious mind, and I bet you haven't got a clue what's going on in your subconscious mind. I know I didn't. I'm now taking control of that so that I can reprogram my subconscious mind. I'm going to show you how to do the same thing. But 95% is controlled by your subconscious mind. Now let me just read this paragraph here. So here's the thing. 95% of your life is ruled by your subconscious mind, which means that we are on autopilot from childhood programs most of our life, until you upgrade these programs, which is great. Thank God we can do that. I mean, driving would be an upgrade to those programs. When you were first taught how to drive, I'm sure you were scared and nervous and unsure. And then once you learn to drive now, you don't even give it a thought. You just drive, because it's become a learned subconscious behavior that you no longer have to give thought to. And now, yes, you still have to be consciously aware of what's going on while you're driving, but the actual mechanics of, turning the key, using the gas pedal, brake pedal, and using the steering wheel, and all that kind of stuff is subconscious. I mean, you adjust yourself in the lane all the time without giving it any thought, right? I mean, that's just becomes subconscious. So at least you can change your subconscious behavior, and that's what we're going to do here. And that's what I'm hoping to do by all of these videos, is to give you a better understanding that reality is not as it appears to be, and that you are a divine spirit that is able to have whatever life you want. And that's where we're heading towards here in this journey. So let me continue reading here. Most people believe their conscious mind is in control because those are the thoughts they hear. But that is false. And then finally, I didn't show the whole story, but I just noticed now the next story in this Google search results, at the very bottom of it, is how your subconscious mind is screwing up your life. So true, but we're going to delve into that. So anyways, that's the way it is. So let's go here. Now, you have your five senses, and your conscious mind is connected to those five senses. Your subconscious mind has absolutely no access to the reality that is manifested around you. It relies on the information that your conscious mind is going to give it. And so all the five senses, all the data that is collected by your five senses create emotions. You have positive emotions and you have negative emotions. And it is these emotions that get to create the memory in your subconscious mind. And that is done through our imagination, which is going to be maybe my subject for tomorrow, because I can spend the whole time on just imagination, because that's the real source of power here. And I'm going to prove it to you tomorrow. But for today, right now, we're just going to talk about the positive and negative emotions that our conscious mind experiences day to day to day to day, hour by hour, minute by minute. But it is the core emotions that is embedded in our subconscious mind that control our life. For instance, you may be afraid of heights. In fact, there's a whole group of people that are afraid of heights. Yet there's another group of people that will jump out of an airplane with excitement and joy. So it's all about perception. How you perceive the world is what is being created by your subconscious mind, so that you get more of the same. That's the way it works. I'm going to show you here now. It's a feedback and control principle, and this is a natural law that the way this infinite intelligent energy is maintaining harmony throughout the universe is through this feedback and control mechanism. And there's lots of laws that we're going to learn and talk about over time, but this is one of the main ones that keep everything in harmony. And if you're not in harmony if your conscious mind and your subconscious mind is not in harmony, your subconscious mind is going to win out every time, which can lead to frustration and anxiety and depression, because you're consciously wanting something, but for some reason it just doesn't happen. Well, it's because your subconscious mind is not in harmony with that wishes and desires that you consciously want. You need to get your subconscious mind in harmony with your conscious mind in order to manifest whatever it is you want. And it is a miracle when it happens, but it only takes you to believe it first before it can happen. So this feedback and control mechanism, most people believe that they need to fit into the world. They're doing the best they can with what they got. They think that this feedback and control mechanism comes in and starts from the outside world and comes into them, when the opposite is true. It is actually your subconscious mind that is creating the reality around you, because it all comes down to perception, how you perceive the world. And so however you perceive the world is what gets more manifested around you. So we need to change your perception by changing your subconscious mind. And driving is one of them. Walking. How about when you learned to walk when you were an infant? You observed and you studied and you tried and you failed and you tried and you failed. You got up, you fell down, you got up and fell down. But you finally mastered it. Now you don't give any thought to walking. It's all in your subconscious mind. You got it down pat. It happens. You just walk without even giving it a thought. Well, the same thing has got to be done if you want to reprogram your subconscious mind, just like driving. You got to learn. It's a learned behavior. And here's the thing, okay? As a child, your subconscious mind was created by your parents and those influencers around you. So you're not even behaving from yourself. You're behaving how other people have programmed you to behave. And I'm hopefully opening the door, opening your mind to the idea that, hold on a second now, who am I? And really, what are you passionate about? That's what it comes down to. Whatever you can be passionate about. And if you're not passionate about anything, it's only because you've never realized that just how powerful you are at being able to get your passion into reality. And so that's where it starts. And if you're not passionate about anything, then be passionate about learning how to be passionate about. What if you were standing in front of God and God said, hey, whatever you want, tell me, I'll give it to you. What would you ask for? Right? If you knew that it was an infinite open door to whatever you want, what would it be? That's what you got to be passionate about. You don't need to know how it's going to happen. You just need to know that that's what you want. The how will happen automatically. This infinite field of intelligent energy will start manifesting that around you. And it happens little by little by little by little. You can't just put a time limit on it. Like, you can move a mountain. Now you can roll your eyes and say, oh, yeah, okay, show me, right? You don't get to say the amount of time here. Look at water, something that it has no strength to it as far as when you try and pick it up. It just rolls off your hand. Yet it's carved the Grand Canyon. It will move mountains. Something as simple as water over millions of years. So you don't get to say how fast or how slow it takes to make the changes in your life. But the stronger your belief is in your desire and your passion, the faster it'll happen. Now that brings us to the second chapter. Now remember, the first chapter was Thoughts Are Things. The second chapter in Think and Grow Rich is desire. And it's all about desire. And so that is why we have this video today. And I want to say, let me come back to me here now. So I want to just say thank you for watching this. And again, I'm going to tie this back to this coffee business, because this coffee business is a vehicle to achieve whatever you desire. You just have to believe it. And as you've seen yesterday from the fractals and the sacred geometry, this business is God blessed. Now, most people, because of their perception, their subconscious mind, will walk away from God's blessings because they don't recognize that God is blessing them. They say God works in mysterious ways, right? So how would you know if God is answering your prayers if it's in a mysterious way? And if it's a mysterious way, you turn your back on it because you don't recognize it. And so God answers your prayers and you turn your back and walk away. And that happens all the time, I'm sure. So the way to solve that problem, to know, is once you have a passion for what it is you want, everything that comes into your life, into your radar, your five senses, you got to ask the question, is that going to move me towards what it is I'm trying to achieve with my passion, or away? If looks like it's going to move you towards, but you don't know how, it just looks like it could, you got to go for it. And then, okay, now let's find out more. And you just continue to take steps towards it, because that's what, this infinite intelligence is going to do. Once you focus in with passion on what it is you want, and those things start popping up, it's going to be little by little by little, and then all at once. So you just got to walk towards that, what you are passionate about. And you don't, like I say, need to know how it's going to happen. As I mentioned in one of my previous videos, the higher you go, the more you can see. And the more you can see, the higher you can go. And that's that feedback and control thing again. You just keep on going up and up and up. And it's a marvelous feeling. It's a great way to be. So that's it. I want to thank you very much again for watching this. I look forward to making another video for tomorrow. And, if you haven't asked for samples of this coffee yet, like I said yesterday, what are you waiting for? I'm going to mail them out. I just gave 3 out to two guys that were in the condo here, changing out my HVAC filter and doing some maintenance. Each one of them, hey, do you drink coffee? Yeah, great. And I gave them all samples. It's just that simple. You like it? Great. Make sure you drink it to know whether or not you like it. And there's 2 conversations I want to have around this coffee. One conversation is the health and wellness aspect of it. Everybody wants better health. And the other conversation is the income opportunity that helps. Everybody needs more and more. Everybody needs more and more money all the time, because it's getting tighter and tighter all the time. So it's a win-win for everyone. So anyways, God bless, all the best, and I hope that you reach out to me and say, okay, Wayne, I'll try your coffee, and put that request in. I want to thank you very much for your time, and take care. Bye-bye. God bless.